Very happy to be here with all of you, and we are trying to address some very important issues which are facing the whole world. Kirit Bhai has done half the job that I would have done. He has already introduced the... So my task is made easier. In a way, the concept of the role of agriculture in the climate change management is something that Kirit Bhai and Kakaji have been discussing for quite some time. And partly the birth of this whole concept and this whole effort and initiative is as a result of that interaction. Kaka has always been sort of feeling bad that why is agriculture being blamed, agriculture and dairying, as if they are the problems for the climate change. Actually, they are the solutions. As has been emphasized in the inaugural session, photosynthesis is the activity which takes care of CO2 and not generates CO2. So it is a solution. So that is one. The natural resources which have been mismanaged by human beings have been the cause of the problems that the world is facing today. So correct natural resource management in a sustainable manner. And what is sustainable management? I think Kirit Bhai again presented extremely well the various dimensions, the various facets of sustainable management were very well brought out. So if you manage all these natural resources in a correct manner, then you not only get but continue to get without depleting, without sacrificing from the future generations what they should be getting. So the whole effort that we have been making is to understand and manage the natural resources in a very effective manner, and most importantly, not doing it alone, not just giving, but involving the community all along, so that you don't have to keep on being there and continue to manage, but the community takes up, and after that you can move on to some other place and do some other initiative. The word integrated management is these days very popular. In any subject that you talk about, people say that there should be an integrated solution, inclusive growth, inclusive solutions and all that. So that is also a very important dimension, that how do we integrate the various aspects, the various communities, the various stakeholders involved in that, which are either affecting or affected by whatever you do. So integration is very important, and what we are going to present is a solution in the form of the integrated river basin management. As we all know, most of the human civilizations began on the river banks. So rivers have been the source where the civilizations were born. Unfortunately, many were born, they thrived, and then they died. The Indian civilization, like a few others, has been a continuous civilization for thousands of years. So there has been some good traditions, some good conventions that have been developed in India. Our ancestors found some good ways, and the so-called modern generation has tried to move away from that path, and in the process we have landed ourselves into some problems, but they are correctable. They are manageable, and here is a small attempt on what can be done. I'll just take you through a few slides, and after that I will invite my colleague Mr. Shivraj, who will present the details and the technical aspects. Many of my colleagues from VRTI, NCATS and other organizations are here, to whom I would like to thank on behalf of all of you for the wonderful effort which has been led by Kaka. As Kirit Bhai mentioned, a young man of 88, he was able to envisage this project. It has been executed to a good extent already within less than a year. The whole effort started only in the late 09, and good part of it is already completed, and some good results are being seen. When you do a good job, God also comes to your help. So this time the rains have been extremely good in Kutch. So whatever check dams were doing, whatever efforts have been made, have been very amply rewarded in the form of the stored water underground. So we hope that it will help in the coming few years in managing the water situation very well. Earlier, the salinity test work also has been done by VRTI, and of course, over a period of about 4 decades, about 40 years, a lot of efforts have been made in managing the various natural resources. Here is a case study on the Rukmavati Basin. Buzzword that is gaining currency in the global scenario, whether it is a buzzword or not, I think what Kakaji has done is to envisage this and to conceive this and to execute this. So IRBI, Integrated River Basin Management, is the process of coordinating conservation, management and development of water, land and related resources within a river basin in order to maximize economic and social benefit while preserving and where necessary restoring freshwater ecosystems. Next one. The mission for the current decade is to contribute reduction of CO2 levels in the atmosphere from 380 ppm to 280 ppm through photosynthesis for the betterment of all living beings and survival of our Mother Earth. Next one. This is from our scriptures. Men are born from you and function on you. You support the man and the animals. The trees and plants firmly stand on you. The sea, the river and the other water reservoirs are found on you. The forest animals roam on you. The birds of various kinds fly over you. The hills and mountains which rich forest stands on you. The rice and barley grow on you. So the final message is, O Prithvi, you are my mother and I am your son. And I think that is the spirit with which it has been. Now if we come to the whole context which has been very well emphasized in the inaugural session, what are the burning issues of the current decade? Changes in the rainfall pattern with increased risk in farming, marginal farmers are becoming more vulnerable, flood and drought, malnutrition and health problems, inflation due to rise in food prices, livelihood dilemma, groundwater levels reducing dangerously, sea levels rising, soil fertility reducing, biodiversity being at risk. Development has become economy centered on GDP base, resulting in non-inclusive growth. Social and ecological values are not considered in development. Moral and cultural values are neglected. These are some of the issues. There can be even some more. Somebody might disagree with one or two of them, but I think by and large, this is the burning issues. Next one. Now, okay, the problems are all known, but what about solution? The rain-fed area can itself be a good solution. Small and marginal farmers can help very much with this situation. Rather than being a problem, they are a solution. And in India, we have millions of them. So it is a highly decentralized solution. I was very happy when you mentioned about the Gandhiji's concept from mass production to production by masses. So highly decentralized solutions which can be under the control of the community themselves. So then land and water management, biomass production, crops, grasses and trees. These are some of the solutions that can be provided. So the aim and the objectives to conceptualize river basin management in arid area or semi-arid area and geologically complex region like Kutch. What the region is like, we will be presenting shortly. Objectives to understand potential of various natural resources like water, land, vegetation, etc. within the basin and educate the stakeholders about the situation. To understand issues and challenges of the river basin management, to understand existing socio-economic status from its problems and perspective point of view, to institutionalize, decentralized and people-centered resource management mechanism. I think the last one is the most important. Next one. Now the case study. So I would invite my colleague Shivraj to take us all through the case study that has been developed. But I would like to acknowledge his effort, Mr. Gosalia, Dr. Yogesh Jadeja, who is here, who provided a lot of technical inputs, Kauji Bhai, and there are many other colleagues who are here. I would like to acknowledge on behalf of all of you the efforts and the